Have you noticed that some women don't flirt loudly or openly? On the contrary, especially if you're a man over 50, they subtly test your understanding. Women behave differently at this stage of their lives. They don't want to appear dependent on you, nor do they want to be too available. So instead of being direct, they ask specific questions. Here's something most men don't understand. A woman who's attracted to an older man is often looking for two completely different things. It's like a subtle message right in front of you. Before I share this, if you missed her signal and understand it later, hit the like button and leave a comment. Your participation will help reach more men who want to hear this message. Many men over 50 believe they are unattractive to women, whether younger or older. But the truth is quite different. When mature men understand how women think, they become more attractive than ever. The real problem isn't with women. This is a misconception. It's like living your life thinking she's friendly, when in reality she's opening doors for you. Women rarely show overt interest. They're testing your emotional stability, your presence, and your ability to notice subtle details. The female psyche works quietly and indirectly. When a woman begins to see you as someone she can trust emotionally, physically, and psychologically, her behavior changes. Conversations shift from casual chatter to conscious curiosity. She starts asking questions, each designed to reveal three things: your strength as a man, your self-confidence, or lack thereof, and your emotional and practical presence and understanding, which allows you to gauge whether she is genuinely interested. Here are two key questions to ask. To understand their importance, you need to understand the psychological aspects behind them. Many men over 50 are mature enough to expect clear and obvious cues when others speak to them directly. But women today, even mature women, define attractiveness differently. I'm very attracted to you. I feel very close to you. I think about you romantically. They don't say it outright. They explore. They sense you first. Women often ask carefully chosen questions to see if you're the kind of man they can approach without fear of rejection. This is a hidden fear in women, especially in older men. If she shows excessive interest, she fears being perceived as needy or desperate. Therefore, she masks her attraction behind a veil of curiosity. She asks the seemingly uninterested man innocent questions. If he doesn't respond, she usually doesn't repeat her advances. Women don't typically repeat the same emotional approach when trying to meet someone. Women's psychology is complex and nuanced. Women use questions much like men use actions. When a man is attracted to a woman, he seeks help, guidance, protection, or support. When a woman is attracted to a man, she asks questions that subtly hint at intimacy. There are many questions a woman might ask in her daily life, but when she considers her intimate relationship with a mature man, only two questions consistently come to mind. I'll tell them soon. But first, understand something important. She's not asking because she's trying to control your life, nor because she wants to feel your emotional warmth. She wants to know if he's psychologically stable. Is he? Is he receptive to my initiatives? Is he confident or humble? These questions aren't for gathering information. It's about connection. It creates a simple emotional bond between you. Think of it as a bridge you gently place to see if she'll step closer to you in your presence. And when she does, something changes within her, both mentally and physically. Most men answer these questions by taking her words literally, but a wiser, more confident man will listen to what lies beyond her words because she's not gathering information when you ask her. This type of man tests compatibility and understanding, revealing the kind of man who sees beyond appearances. When a woman is attracted to you, she doesn't need to boast about money, power, or amazing stories. She needs to feel that you exist and that you have emotional stability. These two questions are important because they aren't just casual curiosity, they're an invitation. The first question you ask someone you like is meant to reveal something: your availability. Not your schedule, but your feelings. You want to know if there's an emotional place for them in your life. This isn't a practical question. It's a psychological one. Her question is, are you open or reserved? Are you good at communicating, or do you avoid appearing conventional? Can I get close to you without making you feel pressured? Women don't like to waste their emotional energy, so they test a man's openness before showing deep interest. This initial question is the kind that prompts a man to get a little closer to see if the woman is receptive or hesitant. But most men aren't attracted to her because they think she's just having a casual conversation. The second question you ask yourself when looking for intimacy is about your path. It's not about your job or career goals, but your inner journey. You want to know that your life has purpose, movement, and masculine stability. Women aren't drawn to aimless men. They are open to independent men, men who know themselves well and understand their place. The question is this man emotionally vibrant? Does he maintain his composure? Do I feel safe around him? Does he have boundaries? Or is he just someone adrift in life? The second question isn't about the details. It's about your character. By asking it, you've already begun to consider how she feels about you. A woman may be physically attractive, but she'll only approach you when she wants to be with you. This question will be her gateway to understanding what kind of man you are. These questions are especially important for men over 50. At this age, many women are curious about you. They assume you've already experienced most of your romantic life, so they'll hesitate to enter your world unless they're sure they matter to you. These two questions, simple, easy, and seemingly insignificant, are ways to test whether she has a place in your life, whether she's living a meaningful life, or simply spending time with you. You can ignore the pleasantries, you can ignore the body language, but if you don't ask these two questions, you'll miss the moment she opens the door for you. Once that door closes, most women never open it again. When a woman seeks intimacy with an older man, not just friendly conversation, but a genuine emotional and physical connection, she tests the relationship with two fundamental questions. These questions stem directly from female psychology and are observed across cultures, ages, and backgrounds. These are the first questions. Does he spend a lot of time alone? It might seem innocent, but it's not. Is there space for me? Do I have a place in his world? Is he emotionally open or closed off? Is he available or trapped by his habits? Women ask this question in many different ways. Do you usually go out alone? Do you live alone? You seem like a solitude person. Is that true? Have you been in a relationship recently, or are you living your life alone? This question isn't about loneliness, nor is it about where you're headed. A woman will ask this question after she's settled on your current life situation. She wants to know if you're emotionally ready. If she didn't have feelings for you, she wouldn't care how you spend your time. But when she's drawn to the calm and collected nature of many mature men, she wants to know if she can enter your world without forcing herself. Most men would answer this question literally, yes, I feel very lonely. Not exactly. It's relative. But a mature man will listen to what she wants. She's testing your openness, gauging your willingness. She wants to know if she can approach you so she can respond in a way that will attract you. Be calm, composed, steady, and open, but don't be clingy. You could say, I love my room, but I'm always open to good company. Or, I love my routine, but I'm open to someone who adds something meaningful. This accomplishes two things. It shows emotional openness without being passive, and it subtly hints that she might be the right person to enter your life. This is precisely the tone women respond to. Open, but not empty. Receptive, but not dependent. Strong, without being cold. When she answers this way, she feels warmth, opportunity, and emotional security. This naturally leads her to the second question, which reveals her deepest desires. The second question is, what are you looking for these days? This isn't a casual question, nor is it just casual conversation. She's a woman exploring the possibility of love. If she didn't have feelings for you, she wouldn't have dared to do something so personal. She feels vulnerable, and she feels close. Women usually leave this question to the men they consider important. You might phrase it differently. What are you hoping for in your life right now? What kind of relationship are you looking for these days? Are you open to a serious relationship, or are you just enjoying life? However you phrase it, the meaning is the same. She asks me, do you have emotional space? Are you lost or just being yourself? Are you closed off or open to the truth? This is a mistake many men make. They become defensive. I don't know. I'm not thinking about relationships. I'm just focused on myself. Or they exaggerate and seem desperate. I want a partner. I hate being alone. I'm ready for anything. A non-judgmental response feels different. It's a sense of calm and balance. You could say, I love my life, but I'm open to anything meaningful if it feels right. Or, I value connection, but only when it brings peace and depth. It shows purpose without pressure. It shows unconditional trust. This shows that you're not in competition, but rather open and approachable. Women feel secure with this positive energy. When you act this way, you feel seen and respected. She feels that you're a man who knows himself, which is very attractive to a woman considering a romantic relationship with an older man. These two questions are a subtle way for her to approach you. She doesn't rush you, she doesn't beg, and she doesn't repeat herself. She asks only once and gauges your energy. If you answer her directly, she'll stay. But if you respond coldly, awkwardly, or jokingly, she'll quietly walk away. So pay attention. The next time a woman asks you if you spend a lot of time alone, don't ignore her. Listen to what she says. When she asks you what you want, know that she's opening a door for you. Women over 40 and 50 don't play emotional games. They don't flirt like teenagers. They move with poise and composure. They prioritize feeling emotionally secure. They value presence more than words. And if you're a man over 50, understand this. You're not invisible. You're powerful when you're calm and attractive when you're poised. You don't have to rush. You need to know when to open the door and confidently step forward in a different way. What do you truly want in your life right now? Which way are you headed? What are you focusing on these days? What do you want at this stage of your life? What do you hope to achieve or build? Women often ask this second question to understand your inner journey. For a woman to open up emotionally and physically to a man, she needs to feel that her life has purpose, clarity, and stability. Especially with a mature man, she needs to feel valued. She needs to feel that he understands her, knows what he wants, and isn't wandering aimlessly through life. He's not trapped in old emotional patterns, nor is he wasting his time. He has a purpose. These kinds of questions help you see things clearly. Is this person's life moving in a direction that allows me to confidently and reassuringly accompany and guide him emotionally? Does he have an emotional goal, a physical goal, and a goal in the relationship? Is he someone I can safely open my heart to? Men who answer literally often don't realize they're silently wasting their time. When a man says, "I just want peace," or "I'll take it one day at a time," or "I'm not sure right now," it sounds completely different. You sound confident and your words come across as sexist. Women also don't react emotionally to men with overly masculine traits, regardless of their age. You don't need a long explanation if you want a clear, masculine response. You don't need to explain your past. You just need guidance. You can say, "I am building a more peaceful and powerful chapter in my life with the right people," or "I am seeking relationships that feel natural, not forced," or "I am focusing on a life with purpose and experiences that are meaningful and profound." These kinds of responses accomplish three important things. They show that you are moving forward, not stuck. They also demonstrate emotional clarity that you know what you want. And they create space for you to calmly consider that it aligns with your direction. This is crucial for a woman, as it indicates what she expects and is proof that you are not only an active participant in life, but also an emotional one. Because this is something most men over 50 don't fully understand. Women want a man who is vibrant on the inside, not just physically, not just readily available, but emotionally intelligent and supportive. These two questions are inextricably linked to what women want. That's why women don't test men randomly. They test them based on their emotional readiness. Do you spend a lot of time alone? This gauges your openness. What are you looking for these days? This gauges your orientation. The logic behind it is simple. An emotionally open and self-aware man attracts your emotions. He will be someone you are emotionally drawn to. Women don't need perfection, they need clarity. Clarity breeds certainty, and certainty breeds desire. That's why these two questions are asked repeatedly, at all ages and in all circumstances. Even if a woman doesn't understand why she's asking them, her feelings remain. Imagine that in reality. You're talking to a woman, perhaps in a cafe, a library, a friend's house, or even online. The conversation flows smoothly. There's a sense of ease and a touch of nervousness. She laughs a little too much. She smooths her hair. She looks at you with eagerness and curiosity. Then suddenly she asks, "So, do you spend a lot of time alone?" This is her first emotional move toward you, so she opens the door a little. If you answer calmly and confidently, it will encourage her. But if you answer with confusion, defensiveness, or emotional withdrawal, the energy will dissipate immediately. Then, after minutes or days, she will ask you, "What are you looking for these days?" That's her second step. This is the moment when you decide whether to delve deeply into your feelings or back down. If you answer clearly, you'll feel a chance. If you answer hesitantly, you'll back down. Many men think these moments are random, but they aren't. They are emotional tests. And women won't ask these two questions of a man they aren't emotionally attracted to. These questions are only asked when there's desire. Here's something you should never forget. A woman who wants intimacy doesn't speak directly, doesn't express her feelings openly, and doesn't force anything on you. Instead, she asks two questions. Are you emotionally open? Do you spend a lot of time alone? Are you emotionally vibrant and purposeful? What are you looking for these days? These questions aren't about your plans, they're about your energy. When you know them, you consciously enter the present moment. When you lose them, time silently fades away. A woman doesn't repeat the same emotional invitation. When she opens a door, it's often only once. If you must remember one thing, let it be this: a woman doesn't test your words. She tests your presence and understanding. If you understand the questions you use to demonstrate your attraction, you'll stop assuming a woman is interested in you. Before you leave, contribute to the growth of this channel. Write the following sentence: I see you understand the signals below and are ready to use them. Your participation will help this message reach more men who are genuinely interested. Women express their attraction to men who expect clear signals in subtle, emotional, and often unseen ways. This is especially important for older men, as women perceive them differently than younger men. They expect greater depth, stronger emotional presence, and more clarity. A younger man, while perhaps confused or unstable, is still considered intelligent, but a man over 50 is often viewed differently. Women assume he's lived long enough to know who he is and what he wants. That's why they show their interest through subtle cues rather than direct statements. When a woman asks questions that challenge your openness or direction, she's not simply trying to gather information. She's trying to understand your emotional world. She wants to know if she feels safe, warm, and meaningful when she's with you. This idea is deeply ingrained in how women spend special moments like Christmas. The holiday isn't about what you give her, but about how deeply you understand her, how well you connect with her, and how much you care about making her feel appreciated. Christmas is more than just gifts, lights, and traditions. It's an expression of presence and connection, and of the quiet ways we help others feel seen, loved, and appreciated. For many women, this holiday evokes more intense emotions than any other time of year. Memories, hopes, and expectations intertwine, creating a beautiful and tangible emotional space. If you truly want to touch her heart this Christmas, it's not about spending a lot of money or doing extravagant things. Here are 3 simple yet powerful gestures that convey a great deal of understanding, care, and emotional connection. The first is to listen attentively. Not just hear her words, but feel the emotions behind them. When she talks about her childhood, her family, her dreams, or her fears, she's not just sharing information. She's revealing her inner world. It's not your role to fix her, judge her, or interrupt her. Your role is to be present and show her that her feelings matter to you. When you listen to her with your full attention, she'll feel respected and valued. This creates emotional security, which is the foundation of attraction. The second thing is emotional presence. This means being present with her mentally and emotionally, without distractions, trying to control her, or being preoccupied with your phone. When you're with her, be fully present. Make eye contact. Your body language shows you're interested. The silent communication speaks louder than words. It demonstrates how important she is to you in that moment. That's the third goal. Everything you do should be intentional, not accidental. A short message in the morning, a simple compliment, a warm hug, or a meaningful conversation can touch her heart more than an expensive gift. A woman feels loved when she understands the purpose behind your actions. This shows her how much you care, understand her, and makes her feel special. When you combine deep listening, genuine presence, and unmistakable interest, you create an unforgettable emotional experience. That's what women remember. Not the price of the gift, but the feeling you planted in her heart. That's the energy you need when you ask these 2 questions. She wants to hear what's on your mind. She wants to understand your priorities. She wants to feel safe and comfortable around you. So the next time a woman asks you, "Do you spend a lot of time alone?" or "What do you want these days?" don't just answer. Slow down. Take your time. Understand what you truly want. She asks if you're emotionally ready. She asks if you have a purpose. She asks if she can trust you completely. When you answer calmly and clearly, you stand out from most men. The secret to your appeal isn't in your words, but in the energy behind them. It reveals your composure. It shows that you know who you are and that you're not lost in life. Women are attracted to men who are confident, honest with themselves, and have a goal, even if that goal is still developing. You don't need to know everything. Knowing where you're going is enough.